Imagine waking up to find an unexpected windfall in your bank account, money that could change your life overnight. Well, for millions of Americans, that dream is about to become a reality. The Social Security Administration has just announced 3 direct payments totaling up to an astonishing $9,100 for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI beneficiaries this month. If you've been feeling the pinch of rising costs and financial stress, you won't want to miss this crucial update. Stick around as we dive into everything you need to know about these payments, how to ensure you receive them, and tips on making the most of this financial boost. Social Security benefits are typically based on your work history, your age when you start receiving benefits, and other factors like inflation adjustments. These adjustments are happening regularly to ensure that the purchasing power of your monthly benefits keeps pace with inflation. So, in simple terms, you may get a bit more this time around to help cover those rising costs. For many retirees, Social Security is a crucial source of income. It's designed to replace a portion of your pre-retirement income, and for some, it may be the only source of income they have. The SSA calculates your benefits based on your 35 highest earning years, which means that if you've had a long and successful career, your benefits could be significantly higher. Now, if you're someone who gets SSI benefits, you're in for a treat. You're likely to see a much larger payment this month, around $4,000. Yes, you heard that right, $4,000. This is a huge boost specifically aimed at helping those who rely on SSI, a program designed for individuals with very limited income and resources. SSI is particularly important for those who may not have a substantial work history or who have disabilities that prevent them from working. The program is designed to provide financial assistance to help cover basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter. For those of you who qualify for SSI, this extra money will be a game changer, especially when it feels like expenses are climbing every single day. And let's not forget about those receiving SSDI benefits. If you're on SSDI, you can also expect an extra payment this month, which is anticipated to be around $2,000 or more. SSDI payments typically depend on your work history and the amount you've contributed to the system during your career, so your benefit amount may vary. But trust me, this month's payment is one of the largest boosts we've seen in a long time. SSDI is designed for individuals who have a disability that prevents them from working. To qualify, you must have worked long enough and recently enough in jobs covered by Social Security. The program is essential for providing financial support to those who are unable to earn a living due to their disabilities. Now, you might be asking, how will these payments be delivered? The good news is, you don't have to do anything special to receive your money. If you already receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI payments through direct deposit, your funds will be automatically deposited into your bank account. If you typically receive a paper check, expect your payment to arrive via mail, but it may take a little longer. Payments will be staggered throughout the month, with the first round expected to go out as early as the 15th. If you don't see anything in your account right away, don't panic. Payments will continue to be sent out over the course of the month. However, if you haven't received anything by the end of the month, definitely reach out to the SSA to ensure there aren't any issues with your direct deposit or account details. So, why is the government doing this right now? The answer is simple: inflation. With the costs of food, gas, and just about everything else skyrocketing, the government has recognized the strain that inflation is putting on people's budgets, especially those living on fixed incomes like Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients. In recent years, inflation has surged to levels not seen in decades. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted supply chains, leading to shortages and increased prices for essential goods. As a result, many individuals and families have found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. The SSA has been actively looking for ways to increase assistance to these groups, and these direct payments are one way they're doing that. Not only do these payments help cushion the financial impact of rising living costs, but they also provide recipients with a bit of extra breathing room during this period of economic recovery. We can't ignore the fact that this has been a particularly difficult time for those who are already financially vulnerable, so these direct payments are not just nice to have, they are necessary. Now, let's talk about who qualifies for these payments. If you're a Social Security recipient, meaning you're retired or receiving disability benefits, you will likely see that $3,000 plus payment this month. If you qualify for SSI, the $4,000 payment will be sent to you as long as you meet the eligibility criteria, including income and resource limits. And if you're on SSDI, you'll see that $2,000 plus payment. While it may sound like everyone on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI will automatically qualify for these extra payments, it's always a good idea to double-check your eligibility and ensure that your account information is up to date with the SSA. If you've recently moved or changed bank accounts, make sure those details are reflected in their records to avoid any delays. If you haven't received your payment by the time it's supposed to come through, don't worry. The SSA has been pretty good about making sure everyone who qualifies gets the money they're owed. However, it's still important to stay on top of things. If you haven't seen any money in your account by the end of the month, or if you're unsure whether you qualify, you can always call the SSA directly. Their hotline can help you check on the status of your payment. Just make sure to have your Social Security number and any other necessary details ready when you call. Now, let's talk about what you can do with this extra money. While this financial relief is certainly welcome, it's important to use it wisely. One of the first things I'd recommend is to pay down any debt you may have, whether it's credit card debt or outstanding bills. Paying down your debt will save you money in the long run and give you a sense of financial relief. Another option is to build an emergency fund. If you don't already have one, now is the perfect time to start saving a portion of your payments. Experts suggest having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up in case of an unexpected financial emergency. So, putting some money aside for the future could really help put your mind at ease. Of course, you might also want to invest in your future by setting aside some of the payments for long-term savings or even into investments. While Social Security and SSDI benefits are important, it's always a good idea to have other streams of income as well. Investing can seem daunting, especially if you're not familiar with the stock market or other investment vehicles. However, there are many resources available to help you get started. Consider speaking with a financial advisor who can guide you through the process and help you make informed decisions. Ultimately, how you choose to spend this extra money is up to you, but the key is to think about what will help you in the long run. These payments are definitely a godsend for many people, but they're not meant to be spent all at once. Instead, think of this as a way to get ahead, reduce some of your financial stress, and improve your overall situation. Long-term financial planning is crucial, especially as we age. Consider setting financial goals for yourself, whether it's saving for retirement, paying off debt, or even planning for a future purchase. Having a clear plan can help you stay focused and motivated. As we wrap up, I just want to remind you all to stay on top of things. Keep checking your accounts, make sure your information is up to date with the SSA, and if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. These payments are meant to help, and it's important to ensure you get everything you're entitled to.